Dealing with height over bore considerations when shooting at close range is a problem that we've had to accept when shooting the AR platform or any rifle platform with elevated optics or sights. With an optic sighted in for a normal combat zero, at close quarters battle distances, the point of aim is significantly higher than the point of impact. POI and POA gradually become closer as range increases until the two converge where we set our initial zero. In the past, with all dot sights and with iron sights, close range engagements had to be handled by aiming off, or placing the dot or reticle at what we could best estimate as the appropriate separation between where we place our aiming reference and where the round would impact. The traditional EOTech reticle with a 65 MOA circle around the center dot or dots has an advantage in this realm, as the outer circle can be used as an aiming reference, with the bottom of the circle coming very close to being a 7-yard zero when the center dot is zeroed for 200 yards. Using the ambiguous edge of the circle was less than ideal, but much better than simply guessing at an arbitrary hold-off distance. Now, Brownells and EOTech have teamed up to bring you the Brownells CQB T-DOT EOTech and a more desirable solution to this problem. Working with EOTech, we at Brownells designed the CQB T-DOT reticle to address exactly this issue. This reticle is based on a standard EOTech -2 reticle with two 1 MOA dots and a 65 MOA circle. What we did differently was to take slices out of the bottom of the reticle, leaving a T at the 6 o'clock position. This gives us a more precise aiming reference for those close-range targets. The bottom T is approximately a 7-yard zero with a 200-yard zero on the top dot. At 3 yards, you'll be a bit low, and at 10 yards, a bit high, and we recommend shooting the optic with your zero and your ammo to see exactly where your impacts will be at these closer ranges. This gives you a distinct aiming reference that is extremely useful in very precise shot placement on close-range targets, as in the CQB environment. The second dot also serves a dual purpose. At about 15 to 20 yards, as the point of aim and point of impact start to converge, it now becomes another distinct aiming reference. For scenarios where a non-combatant or hostage is involved and the ranges start to stretch, it will allow another distinct aiming point that can be of increased utility over an ambiguous hold-off. Of course, the second dot comes into its own as a holdover for extended range engagements as well, with or without a magnifier. This reticle is housed in EOTech's standard EXPS-2 optic with the transverse-mounted CR123 battery of this series, side-mounted adjustment buttons to stay out of the way of a magnifier, built-in Picatinny rail mount at the proper height for a lower 1/3 co-witness, and all the same durability specifications of the original EOTech unit. Additionally, the Brownells CQB T-DOT comes with a reticle diagram etched on the top of the housing and adjustment directions and click values on the right side of the unit, so you'll always know how far your adjustments are taking you without referring to the manual. As with everything at Policestore.com, the Brownells CQB T-DOT by EOTech is backed by our 100% unconditional lifetime satisfaction guarantee.